Now, Ralph.
Yes.
You must understand that working with the Wraiths, or not working with them, doing a heist involving the Wraiths puts us in an interesting position in that they are likely to have been looking for us for some time. So, not to sound as if I am accusing of anything, this would be quite an enticing trap for us.
Begging your pardon, miss, but if the race was going to send a trap for you, do you really think they'd send somebody like me to do it? He, like, pulls on his old moth-eaten cloak. You think the bait would look a bit more attractive, rather than, you know, the guy coming by and saying, hey, why didn't you go into the lair of your enemies?
Is he lying about that?
No, he's not.
He is not attractive.
Caelin will no doubt confirm that this is indeed their hideout.
There's something.
Yeah.
And the Wraiths wouldn't willingly offer up their hideout location.
There's
There's something else to this, though.
Yeah.
Do the Wraiths have any reason to believe that you may seek that the painting be returned? That you might look to hire somebody?
Yeah.
That you would have the funds to do so?
But as far as they know, I'm already dead.
Interesting. How so?
Well, I faked my death.
You faked your death?
Yup.
How do you get away with faking your death when it gets alerted whenever people die?
Takes a lot of money in the right pockets. There are a couple of bell ringers up in the crematorium who are willing to ring the bells when things might not actually be on the up and up.
Fascinating.
Interesting.
Could I get their names?
Yeah, sure. And he, like, takes out this... He, like,
holy cow!
he, like,
This guy's
scrawls it
great.
down and,
This
like,
guy's
passes it
all
over to you.
info.
What are the names?
There are a couple. Just write down that you have that information.
Okay. Like,
You know who to talk to, essentially.
some bell ringers.
Can the bells be kept from ringing?
Yeah.
He, like, looks to the left and right and goes, not for me to know or say, though I've heard there's a couple of assassin groups in the city who've had that ability in the past. Don't know how you do it, though. Probably whisper work.
So he had the bell run to make it seem like he died, but you're saying to keep the bell from ringing to cover up a death.
Yeah.
That's
Like, it,
wild.
now we know that one is possible, is the other possible?
Yeah.
So it's an interesting thing because whenever somebody dies in the city, the bell rings and then the Death Seeker the bird, like this white albino bird, flies out over the city and basically circles around the area where the death happened.
Oh,
so
there's
people,
a locator too.
yeah, so people
I
can
didn't
deal
know.
with ghosts. So, you know.
That's cool.
I thought I explained that. In
Yeah,
the
no,
first
you
couple
did.
Sessions, but
No,
okay.
I must have
Oh,
just,
okay.
I must have just forgot about that.
I forgot about it, yes.
It's
yeah,
fine.
yeah,
Sorry.
I remember that.
It's good to just refresh things because this is broken up into so many pieces.
I just wanted to make sure you guys weren't playing with a half deck. Okay.
Okay. Well, so I have this awareness that, like, there's something that he's not really bringing to my attention, but
So-
I don't know what it could possibly be.
So tell me a bit about yourself. You don't look like the type to have this amount of coin to throw around.
He, like, stretches a bit, turns, and goes, it's my life savings. Everything I got left in the world. Ugh. And I'm betting it all on you folks, so don't screw up.
And what did you do to obtain this money?
Yeah? What does anybody do to attain money?
So you're saying that your life savings is
Worth a
not, worth a painting?
Absolutely.
Hmm.
It's a very sentimental painting to me. Very important.
He's not lying about that.
He's not.
Yeah.
Wow.
He says, look, I understand your apprehensions, but this job is strictly on the up and up. Just get my painting back, 6 coin on the table, we go our separate ways. No need to ask any more questions.
Police are already here.
Yeah, sorry about the police.
Yeah, Blue Coat Control. You
Sound
hear, like,
of
this
the
Blue
police.
Blue Coat Patrol run by, blowing their whistles.
They're just running.
They're very Keystone Cops.
Sound of
It's
the
it's the terror factor. That's why they do it.
There they go. Oh god.
So we're gonna agree?
To do this,
Well,
I want
we
to
have to have
stake it out and get some.
We would have to
verification.
have agreement from everybody. Penelope's not over here.
Penelope is
Can
enjoying her sarsaparilla.
I
This
have
has
a-
Can
nothing.
you hear though?
I have a feeling Penelope
Probably not
would,
from where I am.
Penelope would be just probably just completely fine
Yeah.
with this, I feel.
He's ambivalent. It's not exciting for him. It doesn't involve stealing a cane.
But there's always the
It's a
possibility
mysterious
you'll-
painting.
There's always the possibility
Yeah.
you'll find something else though.
It's the Wraiths hideout.
The
They
people-
are ghosts.
I feel like you find new
They're
things
ghosts
everywhere you go,
Yep.
and so it's just like every opportunity is
I
an
feel like you would
opportunity
also be interested
to find.
in the stuff about the bell ringers.
Like they're
Yeah.
gonna have a bunch of
Information
great
about
loot.
them.
You may even find out the
Well,
secret to their
I'm-
ghost veil ability.
I think we are
and
all
be
in
able
agreement.
to get it.
I think I'm in.
You don't need to convince me. I'm not there.
We got to be daring.
Fantastic.
We always
he
have to
says.
figure out how to convince Arthur to come along.
They're
With us
just
on
go
these
off and do
stealing.
something different.
He's-
He's already in Boros's apartments.
he goes, fantastic, he says, good to know. And then he like relaxes a bit, and you can see there's this moment where like the look on his face, like he has this like hard-set look in his eyes, and it like softens slightly. He goes, almost as if like a great sense of relief has come upon him, and he straightens up slightly, like his posture gets slightly better than it did before, and he says, thanks.
He's released part of the curse onto us.
I'll be in touch. And he like climbs up from the table, and you notice as he walks away, his gait isn't quite as stuttered.
How shall we get in contact with you?
He is a beautiful woman who's trapped in the painting, and now that he's about to get her soul back.
He says, you can leave a note at the usual places. I'll come a-calling.
It's his phylactery. Now that it's closer to becoming his again, his powers are returning.
So he walks away and like hobbles away towards the door.
Or he shook Caelin's hand, and now Caelin's gonna be hobbly. And...
Oh,
Ghost
yeah,
contract.
that's right. That'd
No.
be amazing, where you just kind of convey your disease to
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Oh, did you want to hit him with ghost contract?
Well, we didn't agree to anything when I shook his hand.
That's true.
That's
It was an introduction.
That's interesting. Oh man,
Wait.
we're gonna have to fight some wraiths. God damn.
Heck yeah.
Oh,
we're
it's
gonna
when you
fight some
shake on a
Wraiths.
deal. It's
Yeah.
not. You can't
Well,
like
we murdered them
force
with
people
ghosts.
into deals.
They're just
That would be like
people. They
literally
just call
controlling
themselves Wraiths.
people.
They're not real Wraiths. If this was D&D
Force
and we were
bending
fighting
them
Wraiths,
to
we
your
would just
will
run.
after you shake their
Yeah.
hand and they don't even know what they're agreeing to.
Yeah.
Wraiths
That
and
would
ghouls,
be
still worse.
Pretty
be like Rogue.
fantastic power then.
But you could make a deal with somebody and have them not know they were going to make a ghost contract when they shook your hand.
How?
Because you only have to shake their hand. You don't have to tell them.
No, it says when you make a shake on a deal.
Yeah, when you shake on a deal, it doesn't say anywhere in there that
Isn't
you
a
have
deal
to.
two-sided?
Yeah, but it does. That doesn't. You don't have to tell them you're using the ghost contract ability.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But I can't just be like, "Hi, nice to meet you. Now I own you."
No.
Yeah.
Damn it! Maybe that
And
should be the power I get.
The deal is, you get a handshake, and I own your soul.
Because there's no deal going on there.
Fair trade.
You say "Have a nice day," and they have a nice day.
Are we at the point where we have a reputation
day
as
for
being the
us.
background check crew?
No.
Okay.
Your only reputation is that you're daring.
Alright. Because the thing is that, you know how in the real underworld,
Yeah, we're so daring.
everything is,
We're so
you
daring.
respect our privacy, respect yours. But it seems like every time we cut a deal, we go, we need to interrogate you about your mother's maiden name, your background, your motivations, and your emotional state.
I mean, I don't think you guys have ever gotten that in depth with the client, and it's somewhat reasonable to want to ask a certain amount of questions before a job's completed.
Yeah.
I mean,
For-
it's story
like,
story stuff.
If
you
I
know.
think you guys are
he's
pushing
being-
too far, we make rolls.
Okay.
And you didn't push too far.
Creepy. I want to know he's not a demon.
If you-
he's being kind of super gross.
Sorry.
Because okay, that's fine. It's just that I'm wondering whether or not, based on how the real criminal underworld works, it's like, well, no one's ever gonna hire us because we're gonna like put them through this whole 9th degree about like how he feels about his mother.
No, I don't think you have that reputation, and I don't
Okay.
think realism really comes home to roost too much.
Okay.
So
Yeah, because if this was in real life, nobody would ever hire us as a crew, right? So
Yeah, it'd be like, you're too nosy.
get stuff done. I don't know. Yeah. So
I guess that's true. We probably one of the most nosy in the world.
I don't know.
Anyway, good thoughts.
So what's the plan, guys? What are we doing
Tell
next?
Arthur.
Arthur is going to meet everyone up when he's done with his sarsaparilla.
Do we want to wait till Myron shows up and see what happens with that before we make a plan to what goes next?
Well,
We
are
can't
you,
say
are you
that 'cause-
interested in going?
Number one, we have no idea when Myron is showing
needs
up.
to
So
know.
it could be a week from
We
now or a
need a
month from
whisper.
now.
It's
There's
been
no context for it
on
whatsoever.
every heist. It
But
seems
we need
it's
a
been-
whisper who won't wander away.
So we never wait for Myron because that's just dumb. Number two, Arthur is super excited about going to steal versus Cain. So this had better have something to do with that or get him closer to that score.
Okay. Well,
Well, it doesn't.
well,
But when we do talk to Myron, we'll bring it up.
yeah, we're waiting on Myron to pursue that.
Oh man, what if that was like the final score?
So yeah, basically, I mean,
does seem really cool.
as long as stealing versus Cain comes up either in the very near future or as the very next thing, because like, is this like a tomorrow score or is this something we can like? We need 2 days of readiness for.
I think it's something you can get 2 days of readiness for. He didn't seem too he wasn't like hurry up, but he was like I need this back. So
Yeah,
we
we already made him wait for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, you could take your time learning the ins and outs of this job, that sort of thing.
Well, no, it's not about can. It's about what we are going to do. Because if we are going to take a couple days to prep for this, then that leaves an evening where nobody's doing anything. And you can sneak in and steal someone's cane very easily during that period of time. If
I don't think it's going to be easy.
I didn't think it was going to be easy either, but
okay.
I don't think that
I'm not.
bothers Arthur at all when it comes to that kind of thing. Plus, he's when you're addicted to something, you have to get it.
Are you gonna go alone?
I would if that's like what it takes.
Oh, okay. So you want to try and do this before our score with the building, the Wraiths?
It doesn't have to be, but
Okay.
basically, it's one of those things. It's basically like you've seen who's that character from the Dave Chappelle show who's addicted to crack cocaine.
Tyrone.
Yeah, basically,
Williams.
it's that thing. It's like now that he's seen a thing that he can snort, he's just going to be always wanting it. Like it's going to be his only thing.
So we'll see if we can leverage that into like us making Voris weaker now that he's a problem for
It's doo-doo, baby.
Sure.
once we talk to him about it.
Like,
What is it? Doo-doo butter.
No, doo-doo, baby. Anyway, yeah, I mean, obviously we would have to take a couple of days to figure out what our plan is. So, if you go to steal this cane, I feel like, first of all...
He can't stop you.
Well, I mean, I don't think I even know about any plan to steal the cane.
No.
So,
I can't stop talking about it. Like, once I have it, that's like all I do. It's like,
okay.
I'm just always like, cane. I make pretend canes that I play with. And
So do you want us to like all go in on stealing this cane?
I would love that if that would happen, but as you know, if there is no agreement,
So basically what you're saying, either you guys come with me and help me, or I go on my own.
You're basically holding us hostage.
No,
No,
not holding it hostage.
no,
Yes.
you're
But-
misunderstanding that
Wait.
he cares. Like
Okay,
you
gotcha.
somehow think
That makes
Arthur
sense.
thinks that he's gonna be. Oh, they're not coming with me. He's not a baby.
No,
No,
what I'm
that's not
trying
what I'm
to
saying.
what I'm
Yeah,
trying to
that's-
think
It's
is
the reason why I'm saying it's holding you hostage, because if you go on your own, there is a high likelihood that you will not come back.
But I
Come
mean,
back from every other thing I've gone on my own.
yeah.
that's
What-
that's fine.
Here's
That's
the
not
only
fair.
thing that I care about is
You don't have
I'm
the
trying
reckless trauma, do you?
Yes, he does.
Yes.
I'm trying to think about whether or not
That makes sense.
Damn.
like
That's why he's been going on these loan jobs a lot.
if I feel obligated to help him. That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, it's not. So Arthur's gonna want to. You're gonna want to keep this cane, right?
Yeah.
So it's something where you're basically going. It'd be similar to you getting your face.
That's
changing.
why I'm saying, do I
Yeah.
feel like he did this for me
Oh, yeah,
and
oh,
I
okay.
should return the favor?
I thought you said you
And,
weren't
and,
obligated.
and you're fine if you
Makes
feel
sense.
like you want to, but you should only feel held hostage if you're used to unhealthy relationships.
no,
Arthur
no,
is not used to unhealthy relationships and says, I'm going to do this. This is my thing. You do not have to be because I am not codependent with you. So
I
you
feel-
don't have to feel like you need to do this.
I feel like I would be focused on.
I just don't think any of us are as strong of a whisper as you.
what
This
I,
is true
Yeah,
because
That
none
is
of you
why
are
we don't
whispers.
want to lose.
I feel like what my character's mindset would be
We are.
I'm focused on this job with the Wraiths,
Yeah,
and that
we just made this.
you would probably go do it, and I wouldn't join you.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, like, if it was something that, like, we all were, like, all in on, I'd be like, oh, well, this is something we're all together on. But we just got back from talking to this guy, so... Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
That thing is like is not going to interfere with my plans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to go do that right now?
Yeah, or at the very least scope out the place to see like what the deal is. Because clearly he's not just going to be like who knows, he might sleep with it, right?
I want to see how this goes.
Okay, so I'm sorry. What are we doing?
We're also prow masters.
I think what's going on right now is he's scoping out
Boris's
place.
Okay.
So you guys have actually been inside Boris's
Yeah.
mansion before.
Yeah.
So you kind of already know the layout and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Nothing in like scoping it out and sticking around. Nothing necessarily has changed.
Right.
He hasn't updated his security or anything like that, despite
Oh.
despite the theft that occurred. However, the difference this time is that he is not away on an archaeological expedition.
Yep. Because if we are there as a group, our newly found higher level powers should allow us to like very easily like go in and check out some details of.
I don't think I'm not sure it's going to be that cut and dry.
Really?
I think
we
it's
learned the first time it was only medium difficulty,
Mhm.
and that was before like his stealth upgrades and like his ghost speaking upgrades.
Yeah, but we
and-
also like snuck in like as delivery people,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
snuck in the middle of the
You
night.
guys actually had a plan on how to get into
and that
into
hinged upon the
house.
fact that he wasn't there.
This was,
But this could be interesting because who would suspect that you try to rob the place while he's still there?
plus
That'd be pretty crazy.
we have
That's pretty
two
daring.
significant advantages
Pretty
now that
daring,
we
pretty
know.
I think this
reckless.
is going to further make
So-
it sound like Skurlock is trying to mess with him.
I want to point out that we have
Oh.
two significant advantages compared to the last time we were here. Number one, we now can see into the Ghost Veil, and once again, with all ancient buildings, we can see what used to be the layout here before.
Mhm.
Number two, we just added the whole we can come up from the tunnels ability,
Yeah, that's true.
which adds to any ability to get into nearly any old-timey building that was here more than 100 years.
So we'll get to that in a sec. But Caelin actually brings up a good point. Does Caelin ever say that, like mention that when when the crew is talking about planning this heist?
Mhm.
Like what?
I said that now Voris is dealing with this obsession with Skurlock now. So I think if all of a sudden his cane went missing or there was a robbery, he would further connect this to Skurlock and say, like, Skurlock is stealing from me.
But
Yep.
But
he,
I don't know if we want Skurlock to think that.
I think we want to
but he
talk with Skurlock.
he still wants the cane, and so I don't think his mind will be changed.
No, I know. That's why I didn't speak it too loudly.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that doesn't matter. You should bring it up because that was correct thinking, and that is appropriate for the game to know. Number two, that allows us to prepare for it. It won't change my mind, but it does mean that what we had originally planned already makes more sense.
Okay, but it's important for you to bring it up because it builds Caelin's character, though.
Correct.
I think.
Yes.
Okay.
express beliefs and background.
Yes.
XP.
Yes.
Getting that XP.
I've already picked up 4 up to this point because of like building around the actions around exactly this list of things. I
Yeah.
just need one more.
So, here's the thing. You guys need to ask me what you need to know about Boris's mansion, and then we'll do the score if we're going for this cane.
Well, we
Um,
is only James.
Given, well, wait. We don't want to do just a single person score, though. Like,
Well, it's like,
It's based on what is really happening in the crew. Like if the crew decides, oh, we're gonna go score on the Wraiths in 2 days. Like unless you want to say, let's just make this a downtime action.
Yeah,
for
I was gonna say, I feel like a
Arthur.
better mechanism is this is a long-term project for you.
Okay, let's
to
push
do
this
that.
to downtime so we
Okay.
can do
Yeah.
something that the crew is involved in.
Okay,
All
that's fine then. Because everybody's at the table. I don't
Yes.
want to do that. Okay, all right, cool. Okay, so what's the plan then? Knowing that.
So we've got a building that this is on the top floor of the building.
Mhm.
It's a painting.
Yeah, how big is this painting? You must have told us.
The dimensions he said it was probably about. Let's see, what would he have told you? It is 5 feet by 3 feet.
it's a
5 feet tall, 3
human-sized
feet wide.
painting.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Well, So, okay. What he said was that it was on the top floor, he assumes. And
Did he say he assumes?
he did.
Oh, God.
Yeah. I mean,
He says he knows. He's pretty sure he knows it's on the top floor.
yeah. But what he didn't say, which is probably what he doesn't know, is how heavily guarded is this painting.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that they have this painting, they have it for a reason. So, they have it because they want to keep this person from, whatever qualities of the painting he's going to get out of it. They're trying to keep that away from him. So I feel like once we get there, it'll be like, oh, it is on the top floor. But it's like under like fucking laser pistols. It'll be like that diamond that we just stole.
Yeah, there's no way that a 6-coin score is like just sitting around and not relevant.
It might just be, it matters a lot to him, you know?
Another thing to consider when making this plan is that you are currently at -2. Where's the Wraiths connection? Oh, you're only at -1 with them.
Really?
I feel like you forgot to do something at
feel
one
like-
point.
Nah.
I do. But it's too late and you can't do it now. You can't do it now!
Well,
That's not fair.
Roll
It
for
just
it.
means you could always just like do it randomly if you wanted to.
I can though. But yeah,
You're the
okay.
GM. You can.
Fine.
That's fine though. But I think this would definitely push you guys into -3 territory with the race, which would mean you'd be at war with them.
Is this one of those things where are we not able to ever conceal our identities during these things?
You
or
are.
is it the nature of
I'm-
the game that you...
No. So that's the thing. If you complete a score while keeping it quiet, then you get 0 rep,
Right.
and it doesn't affect anything like heat or faction status or anything like that.
Okay.
So I'm just saying one thing to consider is you probably want to keep it quiet if you want to avoid that consequence.
Sure.
Unless you're like, no, screw the race, we're taking them out. Like, I don't know how you want to proceed.
Are the Wraiths also tier 1?
They're tier 2.
I don't think we want to take them out, or do we think we even can?
I mean, there's no reason you can't. It'd be difficult, yes, but there's no reason you can't.
Like, aren't they a massive crew? Like, there's like 100 of them?
You don't know how
I
many
mean,
of them are.
they're going to have a building
there's
which
just
is their
one.
hideout. So that'll
It's
be
definitely more
like,
than one, though.
it'll be the
Because you can
biggest
count- you
amass
fought them
of them possible.
So if we don't know how many there are, we would not think we could take them out. Because it certainly isn't like, we don't think all crews are just like 4 guys like we are.
But you're a daring crew. I
They
mean,
also
you're-
can teleport.
I don't think daring and stupid are synonymous. Because
Sometimes they are.
You don't necessarily go, oh, we can
We
take them
don't-
out because we don't know how many there are,
Sure.
so we think we can take them out.
We
Yeah,
try
daring
not
and
to
stupid.
start out with stupid.
Daring and stupid is about the outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't.
true.
I just don't want you guys to think that the game is mechanically telling us this is never going to work, because that is never the case.
That is not the case. But
Okay.
what is the case is we don't think that because we have no information, that means we have all information.
Sure. You fought them
I
before, right? You fought them before when you were trying to get to Skurlox for
Yeah,
the first
and
time.
they
in
clearly outnumbered us that time.
They did. You still
Yeah,
won that
there-
fight.
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
reckless would be like, we don't care how
here's
many.
something that I want to learn about
Daring
the
is
building.
like, there are 100
So,
of them, let's go.
I want to
Yeah.
learn about like how the building is
Yes.
constructed,
Mm-hmm.
especially in the context of this world. Like, what does the exterior look like?
So it's a 3-story tenement building called the Grasping Arms.
Okay.
It's been abandoned. 3 stories tall, main entrance with like an entryway. Probably has those like black and white tiles like stylized after that, and then it's simply just like janitor's closet, bathrooms on the first floor, old landlord's office, and then stairs that go up to the other flights of apartments.
Are there
other halls of
windows on
apartments.
every level?
There are windows on every level. Yeah, a lot of the apartments have windows.
Is
You said there were
there
fire escapes too.
Yeah, there's fire escapes like that. Like Ralph mentioned, there's plenty of exit entrances from other rooftops and stuff like that.
Is there any side of the building that doesn't have any windows?
One side, no, but one side of the building does face the edge of the canal and goes to the seas. Like that's what he said. Remember, you can fall out of the windows.
Is this Google, or are we there casing it out right now?
You can probably case it out right now.
Okay, I'm going to ghost mine and check out what their supernatural defenses are.
Okay.
Oh, if 5 points for this.
I had a really crazy idea that
Interesting. Wait,
sounded
before you roll
stupid
that,
the moment that I said it in my mind.
let me see that ability real quick.
I really just want to, like, bomb this place.
Ah, cool. All right, cool. All right. So it's a gather info roll.
But
All
I
right.
realized we have to get the painting out of the building in one.
Just blow it off and look through the rubble for it.
Yeah.
The fact that there is the ocean has to have some.
Double 6.
So
Yeah,
crit. Okay. So
baby.
the Wraiths have multiple wards, arcane wards, placed around the building.
Ooh.
Going through any one of the windows will immediately trigger a internal like spiritual alarm system that alerts probably several members of the Wraiths. You'd guess it alerts either several members or one main member of the Wraiths who's like attached into that system,
Okay.
like linked into that. You're also aware that they have a number of ghosts on hand to attack any interlopers who might wander into their thing. You also sense a number of weird energy presences radiating out from the ghost field from this tenement building. Like this is like Arthur. So Arthur kind of thinks this is like the candy store, right? Because it's like there are a whole bunch of weird energies radiating out from different apartment buildings in this place.
I am so happy our crew got us into this thing because I was dubious because they were like pushing me off on the cane thing. I'm like, why am I the only crew member that we don't do scores for? And now I'm like, oh wow, this is actually pretty cool. The first score we did was exactly for you. Remember we got it for your contact person when we scored her that item.
Oh yeah, you're.
yeah.
It was literally you were the
yeah,
first.
you are right. You are right.
You were literally the first.
You're right.
There's a massive spiritual energy presence from the top floor of the tenement building, the 3rd floor.
Ooh.
Like it's the
Is
biggest
it
one.
attached to a painting?
You can't tell,
Probably.
but
Is it rectangular?
you can't tell from that. It's an echo that goes out, but the echo looks like this dark cloud that has descending tendrils that go down the side of the building.
Ooh, it's like Boruto, the new series. All right, I'm in.
Why is it like Naruto? Why is it always like Naruto?
Because everything's been done in Naruto.
I
It's like the
know.
Simpsons of Asian anime. I apologize for people who watch One Piece who thinks that everything's been done in One Piece. Because I know that's also true.
I've never seen it, so I don't apologize for anything.
7,000 episodes.
it's just like this is the 3rd time my campaigns have been compared to Naruto. Anyway. Whatever.
Copy
of Naruto.
I know, right?
I'm trying to think.
It's like the Simpsons. Everything's been done in the Simpsons, so you can't avoid the tropes.